So I'm gonna be in Austin very soon, and I can get into the comedy Mothership. It sounds like
Really?
these two men cannot.
Oh no.
Or if they do, they'd have to do it the same way that I did and buy a ticket.
Oh, you.
Because-
That's
What's
good.
that?
I actually can't wait to hear about how that was.
Yeah, I'm excited, but I'll get a very similar experience to Callen and Schaub because we're just three fans of Joe Rogan, I guess. So our buddy Lieutenant Kirk messaged me the other day. It was a screenshot of ticket sales. Like, when you go on the app to buy tickets for an event, and it says, hey, these seats are still available.
Mm-hmm.
It was essentially all of them still available to the fighter and the kid at the, what is it called? The Vulcan Gas Company or something like that, across the street from the Mothership, which is very symbolic that they were, they're tapping on the glass of the Mothership and can't get in. But this is Bryan Callen. I don't know what happened with these guys because it's Joe Rogan's fault that we know these men.
Well, I don't get what happened with Schaub because, to my knowledge, nothing controversial that I can recall happened. Like Callen, I get. Maybe it's just
Callen's been on the show. So he's Joe Rogan's still friends with Bryan Callen, and Callen's been to the Mothership, which Schaub is not. That's very interesting to me. But let's play this clip. Let's hear Bryan Callen trying to drum up ticket sales by invoking the name of one Joe Rogan.
How excited are you for Austin, buddy? First live show together in a
I'm
hot
pumped,
second.
dude.
Live
I'm
by the
pumped.
kid.
Can I say, by the way, we were all very sad when we watched Brendan Schaub's video.
I was going to say it didn't last long.
Well, the guy can't. Greg, his child is sick. He can't tour anymore for stand-up. I think that's a very noble thing to do as a father. Now, it's also way different to travel for your podcast.
Yeah.
You're basically home. When you're traveling for a podcast, you're essentially still home.
Yeah,
it's not like you're in another state all of a sudden.
Maybe that's the problem. Rogan was like, dude, you turn your back on stand-up, you can't come to my club.
Maybe, yeah. He had to. So Brendan Schaub had to cancel all of his stand-up dates. It's weird. Why didn't he have to cancel the podcast dates?
I don't know. It's a great
That's
question.
very strange to me.
It's a very good question.
Maybe it all just lined up to where if a guy was thinking maybe this stand-up comedy career isn't going too well, I'm gonna back the fuck out of here.
I'm gonna do the thing that actually gets numbies.
Well, does it though? Because listen to this.
How excited are you for Austin, buddy? First live show together in a hot second.
Dude. I'm pumped. I talked to Rogan. I was saying, yep. I talked to Rogan yesterday. We told him we're coming. And
did he give you his approval? Because you can't go to Austin without him granting
Well, we
you.
were just talking about that's also part of just being honest.
What'd they cut out?
The truth is fucking hard.
Was it a cut?
Huh?
Was it a cut?
Yeah.
Oh, go back. Let me see if I can spot it.
Can't go to Austin without him granting
Well, we were just talking about that's also part of just being honest, telling the truth.
Oh, wow, that was egregious.
Now, is this kind of like when Segura was pretending to be pissed at Theo Vaughn?
I don't think so.
No, they're not that fun.
I don't think they would have had the foresight to do that, and they didn't make a big deal of it or anything. I think perhaps some jealousy came out that they didn't want to be exposed.
Maybe.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes, indeed. Well, we were just talking about that's also part of just
we were just talking about what could they have just been talking about?
It wasn't even a smooth cut. We were just talking about
we were just talking about the fact that we can't get into the Mothership even if we beg. We were just talking about the fact that this guy gave us a platform and now he doesn't acknowledge we exist.
Truth is
so, Corbin in the chat says you'd have to be blind to miss that hard cut.
I heard it the second time. I apologize.
All right, let's go.
Talking about that's also part of just being honest, telling the truth. It's fucking hard.
I'm sorry. So what do you say about Fern Kid Live or?
I said to him, I just said, hey, this is all I'm going to say. I said, hey, you're in the area.
Oh, you invited him?
I go, I'm just saying, I'm not saying, I'm just saying we're in the area. You could stroll down.
He's like, I don't know, man. I might be busy counting
whatever
money.
He said. The point
I gotta
is,
count my money Thursday night.
He's at the Mothership. It's a stroll. How
they
long?
think he's Scrooge McDuck.
He kind of is now.
I have to count my money. Spotify, it's not all here.
Where is it?
Mothership. It's a stroll. How long of a walk is it?
You could throw a hush puppy across the street. and
It's
hit it.
something you can throw a hush puppy and hit it. I'm saying your two old buddies, good old Brendan Schaub and Bryan Callen, on stage cutting it up. Maybe
This is rough to
sing
watch.
just roll
Tricks up
over.
our sleeve.
Don't think I'm not going
the
to
old
call him.
sleeve.
Don't think I'm not going to call him from the stage. We'll say, yeah.
Get some tricks up our sleeve.
Have some dignity, Brian.
Okay.
The old Austin.
We'll see what happens. We're either way. It's going to be exciting. We're going to be in Austin.
Don't think I won't go to his house. Don't think I won't look in the window at his family and kind of make the throat cut sign.
I kind of appreciate him calling him out for being a shit friend.
I don't think Rogan is a shit friend. Look at how much he's done for these guys.
That's very, very good point.
They have an audience because of Joe.
That's
This is what I'm talking about with people. It's like you can ask for things, but the person doesn't owe you a life forever.
that's true.
It's like once they decide to stop giving back, that's their call. It's fine. They've done enough for you. Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's tough. That's a tough look. I'm surprised they didn't cut that part out.
So, well, what makes it funnier is there have been reports. Now, it is the fighter and this kid subreddit. I would say they have some sort of bias. I don't know if you would agree with that or not.
Okay.
I think they do root for things to be bad. However, there have been reports from people that were there. They said the venue holds 350 seats. So for comparison, it's about the size of Laugh Boston for those of you in this area. And they said if we're being generous, probably 100 people showed up. So
For Schaub.
for the fighter and the kid.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what's rough is if Schaub's canceling his stand-up dates and saying, hey, the podcast is my bread and butter, it seems like I don't know how well that's doing now.
That's not good.
This is what I said. I don't think you were on the show when we talked about this, but like Schaub's career is going in reverse order. Where
I know
he started huge, and now he's doing like open mics.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah,
Seems like a swell guy.
that's and you feel for him a little, where they're like they sound desperate there, where they're like, well, listen, even if Rogan's not there, we might call him on stage, guys. Isn't that worth the price of admission?
We're gonna call him out. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't get where Rogan is being a bad friend because like Brendan doesn't belong. If there's a bar, if there's a barrier of entry to getting into the comedy mothership, I would assume Brendan doesn't pass muster. You know,
You'd be surprised, dude.
it is weird that they're not the fighter and the kid isn't playing at the mothership.
That would make sense.
That's odd to me that they're across the street.
Because
Joe?
yeah.
Joe,
I mean, until
we're here, Joe.
Schaub's stand-up career went like terrible, that podcast was looked at positively for the most part, I want to say.
I think it was at a time, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was getting like a shit ton of views for a while.
Yeah, I think what happened with them though is like so many people have done what they were doing better, just having a comedian on and bullshitting.
Well, even Jim Norton and Matt Serra.
Yeah, but I'm saying like the fighter and the kid. Does the fighter and the kid? They don't just stick to UFC talk. They talk about anything.
That's true.
So yeah, the hook that they had of like a UFC fighter and a comic, that was lost because like Bisping and Gomez did that, and Norton and Matt Serra. I'm sure there've been others. But even just the idea of like them having a decent named comic on and bullshitting with them. Theo Vaughn does that. Andrew Santino, Stavros, like that's what 90% of comedy podcasts are.
Maybe
So like they lost that edge also.
maybe when Theo Vaughn left, Rogan called and he was like, "Why'd you leave?" And then he told him why, and he was like, "Oh boy."
Well, this is where Theo Vaughn's actually a genius.
Mhm.
Not that it takes a genius to come to this conclusion, but like Theo Vaughn comes off as like this just country bumpkin,
Yep.
but he was aware, hitching his wagon to Brendan Schaub was a bad look for him. And I think you kind of see that with these podcasts now. And I feel bad for Brendan because this is a pro Brendan Schaub podcast.
Yep.
But you look at like what's happened to the guys around him, like the Golden Hour, the fighter, and the kid. No one respects these things anymore. They're looked at as jokes. And I think that's in large part because of Brendan.
I think a lot of it is maybe D'Elia association.
No, I'll tell you why I don't think that's true. I didn't have an opinion on D'Elia before Schaub. Like,
No, I know, but I'm saying now that he's still like sticking with him, you're like, dude, I gave you the opportunity, just stop.
maybe, but it's like the attention on Brendan Schaub. I'm not even blaming Brendan. The attention on Brendan Schaub shined a light on how bad Chris D'Elia was. You know,
Yeah.
So maybe like D'Elia could have continued tricking his audience even after the controversy if it wasn't for Brendan Schaub. I feel bad saying this because this is a thick boy production, but Brendan Schaub may have ruined the lives of everyone around him.
Schaub mob, baby.
We're in fact in the Schaub mob. So I say that with a heavy heart, but.
Cardiff Electric 279. Do blind people get better parking like wheelchairs?
Yeah, I have not taken advantage of that, but I believe I am. I could get a handicap sticker if I wanted one. I just feel weird. I know he's not seriously asking, but I'm going to give him a serious answer.
Yeah.
I always feel weird because like I can walk, you know,
Right.
like it's just getting out of your car. Hello, folks. Just strolling into the grocery store.
What's up with this guy? Why'd he park there as you have your stick?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah. So hats off. Good luck to Callen and Schaub. Hopefully their ticket sales pick up. Hopefully Brendan keeps touring, but not for stand up because that would be bad for his family.
There's a chance that Joe Rogan like eggs the Vulcan next time they're there.
That'd be fun. Maybe I'll do that while I'm down there.
That would be fun. Hugh SA, $5. If Schaub helped expose D'Elia, does that make him a hero? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it would.
Yeah, that's, you know what? Great spin. I'm not doing my job. Thank you for doing what I should be doing. Absolutely. Yes, Brendan Schaub is a hero for exposing how bad Chris D'Elia was. That's a great point. Thank you, beloved chatter.
Thank you, Hugh.
Yes, Hugh.
What do you feel like going next here?